in this video for the AND100 Android box, we're basically going to show you how you can connect it up to Wi-Fi. So basically, so you can just connect wirelessly to the internet. What I would say before I go through the procedure is basically you're always better to use a cable to do this. So, you know, if it's available to you at all, you should use a cable to run from your router direct to the box. It'll just be a far better signal, a faster signal, and far more reliable and less prone to interference. A second option you could consider if you want to go the wired route would be to use something like Ethernet home plugs, which transmits the broadband over your electrical cable, so you're still getting a wired signal rather than a wireless one. But you know, for the vast majority of people, wireless will work fine, and it'll be plenty good for what they need. So to do this, so anyway, you press the home button on your remote control and it'll bring you back to this user interface here. And what you do then is you simply arrow over and back until you get settings and you press OK. So this will bring you into the settings menu, and the first one in the menu there is Wi-Fi. So what you can see here is with Wi-Fi highlighted by default, you can use the up and down to go through different things on the actual menu, but when Wi-Fi is highlighted, press the right button and it'll bring you over to the top right of the screen where you see off, and now there's a blue box around it. So when the blue box around it means it's highlighted, and that's what you're actually going to do. So I'm going to press the OK button there and it'll turn the Wi-Fi on. So what it'll do then is it'll go searching for Wi-Fi networks of people in the general area around here, and there's a couple of them there. So to actually go in and set it up then, you know, you just use the arrow keys to arrow down to whichever one is your own, and once you have that, you just press the OK button, and then you can enter the password here. Okay, so one thing I'll say at this point is, while you can do this with the remote, it is slow and cumbersome to enter your password. And another thing I should say at this point is, your password, unless you've changed it manually yourself, is usually written on a sticker underneath your router that your broadband provider would have given you. So it's usually a combination of numbers and letters, or maybe lowercase and uppercase letters and stuff like that. So you have to type it in. Make sure you type it in slowly and correctly. One thing that can help you in this process, if you're going to do it, is to press the if you press the down button, you know, you have the thing written there with you, and using the remote you can just, you know, go across and type in whichever you want, whatever the password happens to be. So I just type in, you know, whatever, blah blah blah. So that's fine. But one thing that will help you immensely in this process, as regards speed, is having a wireless keyboard, or actually having a normal USB keyboard plugged into the Android box at this point. It just makes it a lot quicker and handier rather than using the remote control. But you can do it with the remote, so you know. So I don't know what my neighbour's password is, so I can't get in there and show you that. So I'm just going to back over. But once you have that done and you have connected, then you know, you'll be grand. Another thing that actually might be handy at this point, if you didn't have a wireless keyboard, in addition to just using a normal USB keyboard, there's two USB ports on this Android box. You can use the other one at this point to just plug in a normal mouse, and that way you could actually, you know, use the mouse to type in the letters or press them on the virtual keyboard there, and then you can do, you know, do your connect using the mouse and stuff like that. So I'm just going to hit the back button and get out of that. So that's basically in a nutshell how you connect to Wi-Fi on the AND100 Android box.